Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. I'm Joanna and I'm glad you're here. I love to DIY on a budget. And if you like to sew, then catch me on Saturdays. Now, let's get crafty. Okay, for this first one, I had picked up a thrift shop from a frame. I did not. I picked up a thrift shop from... Pause. I picked up this frame from a thrift shop. Y'all pray this video doesn't go this way the whole way through, okay? So anyways, this frame had screws in it, and wow, what a surprise. Yeah, this is like from the 80s or something. I said, wow. So this was just a very bad print from a computer on a piece of paper. I don't know. I laughed, but I'm going to keep that, okay? So, yeah. But that's what it says. I thought it's sweet, but yeah, so 80s. So anyway, I wanted this frame because my daughter saw a cow in Hobby Lobby, okay, in a vintage looking frame, and this was the best one I could get at the time. So this is what I picked up. Now this is a very sturdy frame, but I'm just going to clean it with cleaning wipe there. Just wipe it down. It wasn't really dirty, just wiping it down. And I'm going to paint this, but because it won't paint well, it's slick. Okay, it's slick. So I'm going to sand it with my crusty old sandpaper here. And I have to dry it first. Now I'm going to give it a coat of truffle. Okay, this is chalk paint. Now I'm going to try to do crackle. Okay, and my crackle stinks. So I got my base coat on, and I look like crud. Now I'm going to take this crackle, and I bought it at Hobby Lobby, okay? And I'm going to put it in this thing here. And then I am going to take my brush, and I'm going to put crackle over the whole thing. All right? Inside, outside, not the back, of course, because we don't care about that. I'm doing these DIYs for my daughter, and my inspiration came from Kathy Joe's DIY. If y'all don't know her, oh my gosh, you're missing out. She's a hoot. And she had these, and I thought, I got to get those because my daughter loves cows. She had these ideas, kind of, sort of like these. Well, this one came from Hobby Lobby. She didn't have an idea from Hobby Lobby. But anyways, once you let that dry, it has to dry 1 hour. Now, when you put your paint on, you put it on, it's one stroke. Don't you dare go over it because I'm telling you, it'll drag it off, and you'll have a slick spot. A slick spot. Look at that dog dish. Y'all, them are, yeah. So handy. Okay. Oh, I'm nervous as a cat on a tin roof. So I'm going to go over it. And I am going back and forth. Shame on me. Because I got more paint in areas than I do others. I'm trying so hard not to go back over it. This got me nervous. Now look, got to get your heat gun. Your heat gun makes it look good. I mean, makes it crack good. Makes the cracks come out, okay? You'll see when I quit blurring. It's focusing on my heat gun there. I had to switch from my blow dryer because I kept blowing stuff off the table back to my heat gun, but look at it. Look at it. Okay, so I'm going to do this all the way around this frame. I'll be dog, it worked and I cracked it. Look at it. It didn't crack good in some places, but yeah, I was like, wow. So I'm going to take a little fingernail file and I'm trying to scratch out some of the paint where those indentions, or not indentions, those, what do you call that? Those, you see what I'm doing right there? I'm scratching that off, okay, to see my design in that frame again. Y'all, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I'm just not with it today. I'm not. Now they just look dirty and nasty. So I'm going to take, I thought, this stuff right here. I cannot talk today, y'all. I'm having an awful time. Well, I didn't like it. I said, no, don't like it. I did not like that. So I'm going to take my gold leaf rub and buff. Okay. I think that's gold leaf rub and buff. I'm going to put a little bit on my crusty finger. Oh, yeah. This I liked, okay? This I liked. So I am going to take this rub and buff, and I am going to rub and buff this all over my frame in spots that I think would look good. Okay, so that's all I'm doing. And if I didn't finish earlier, Kathy Jo is a very, very talented lady. If y'all don't know her, I'm sure if you watch Little Old Me, you've seen Kathy Jo. And then I have this picture of this cow that I found on Pinterest. I think it was in Pinterest. And just printed it. Printed it on photo paper. And now I'm going to trace it and cut it out. But I'll link Kathy Jo in my description box, okay? Kathy Jo DIY. She's amazing. She's an amazing creator. She's funny, and I absolutely adore her. So, when I get this traced out, I am going to cut this out. I cut it out a little big. I always go big first because you can always cut it back. Once you cut it, it's gone. Okay? You can't get it back. So I'm cutting it a little bit bigger right this second, and then I'll trim it as needed because like I said, you can cut it back, but you can't bring it back. Okay? So that's what I'm doing here. Now I'm going to put my glass in that I cleaned. Oh, I didn't clean it. I'm going to clean it. It's gross. So I cleaned my mirror with vinegar. Look at that shiny little thing. And then I stick it down in my frame. Now I'm going to put my picture. Look, look what I did. I printed that in my printer, and I was like, why does that cow look so yucky? What's wrong with my printer? I printed it on the wrong side, y'all. I am such a dork. So that's the right side. So I had to trim it up just a hair. Okay. Make sure you put your hole in the top so they can hang it. Make sure it's the top, and then just screw my backboard back on. Well, I couldn't. Now that I think about it. Y'all, I did this last week, and we've done had my husband preached his first funeral, and I done forgot what I did in this. But the glass was flopping, and I didn't want it to break. So I end up getting that, that 80s piece back and put it right back in there. And that gave it, took up the wiggle room there. Oh, y'all. And then I'm going to just screw my screws back in, and there's that little cow. Ain't that the cutest little cow? Oh, my goodness. I love it. Okay. So now I've got these decals, and these I think are what Kathy Jo had. And this cracks me up. This is the funny one, okay? Now look, these, I love that one. She'll love that one. And then there's so many and all these sunflowers, but she absolutely adores cows. My daughter loves cows. So I had to make her some stuff, and I thought, why not video it and show y'all? But these are on Temu, but I'm going to, not Temu, they're on Amazon. I'll tell you, it's like them stickers things. They're shiny. These are not rub-on transfers. They're cheap rub-on transfers, but very nice stickers, if that makes sense. So I had these wood rounds from Hobby Lobby. They come in the wedding section. I get them when his and hers goes on sale. And I sanded them really, really good. The best I could. But this is like old sawmill lumber, y'all. So I'm going to take this thick, extra matte Mod Podge. This stuff is thick, and I love it. And I'm going to give it a good, healthy coat on here because I want it to kind of fill in those holes. And, wood grain. Yeah, that's it, wood grain. It's going to fill in the wood grain. And I'm trying to make it as smooth as possible. So I'm kind of pouncing that brush in those grooves, okay? And then I'm spreading it out so that I have a slicker surface. And then I just painted it white with white chalk paint. And then I'm just going to place my sticker, decal, rub-on transfer sticker. This is the little scraper they gave me. So I used it and it worked okay, but it didn't get those little ones very well. I had to smush them down. And there's the first little cow coaster. I only gave her 2. She said, I ain't even going to use them, Mom. I don't want it. I said, well, I put dishwasher safe Mod Podge on them, honey. You can use them. And she said, I don't want to use them. See how shiny that is? Boo. I don't like how shiny they are. But hey, they're waterproof. Like, the condensation ain't gonna hurt them. But I did Mod Podge over them anyway. So I'm using a stick from another set of transfers I got that I haven't even used yet. And I'm burnishing this down. This is where, some more of my stuff try to come up. And then I just take it and flip it over. I did this on the other one, but you didn't see it. And then I'm just going to rub it down real, real good. Now I'm going to take dishwasher safe Mod Podge, like I said, and I give them 2 coats of dishwasher safe Mod Podge. See, 2 fingers, 2 coats. Those are easy. Now, I got this from Hobby Lobby, and I got it in the spring shop, so it was like, I don't know what % off, but it was awesome. It was a whole lot of %. Yeah. So, I'm going to leave it as is, okay? Just leave it as is. I'm not painting it. I'm not doing nothing. And I'm going to stick this cute little cow on there. This is the cutest little cow in a bucket. Oh, my goodness. It's so cute. Now, my butterflies went up that rim right there a little bit, and I got one on, and then the other one I didn't want, but when I flicked it, it tried to stick, so I had to get it and scrape it off. If you scrape them off really fast, you can get them off before they stay on there and stick real good. But I just had this sitting there. I don't know why I picked it up, and that's what I'm rubbing it with. I don't know. I just did. So peel it off. There's where part of that butterfly stuck, and then that one is stuck, so I'm just going to push it up in that rim, and then I'm going to scrape that one off real quick before it gets really stuck, okay? Came off real easy, but once they get stuck, they don't want to come off, okay? Now, you can give this a coating over it if you want to, but it's not going to go anywhere. She's not going to be washing it or anything like that, so I'm just leaving it as it is. And then I will, what did I do? Put some flowers in it. I don't know if you see me do it or not. I added jute string. I told you I forget. I don't remember. I did this last week. I done had a brain fart since then and don't know what I did. That probably wasn't nice. I'm sorry. I need to learn to watch what I say. Anyway, I'm just going to tie that around there and then tie a shoestring bow in there and clip my strings off, okay, to where I want them. Now I'm going to put flowers in it. I know I do at some point. You might not see the flowers till the end when I show the reveal, but ain't that cute? That's so cute. She loved everything. Oh, I didn't show you. So I got this cutting board from Hobby Lobby. I didn't pay that for it. I know I didn't. I got it on something % off. And I'm going to take that off because I am going to be painting. No, I'm not. I'm staining. This is truffle paint. No, it ain't. It's burnt umber. It's burnt umber by Apple Barrel, and it's got a lot of water in it. And plus, I'm taking a baby wipe and putting this on. So, yeah. So I put it on and then wipe it off. I don't want it brown because the cow's brown. I want you to be able to see it. So I'm going to take this plaster and a sponge, okay? And I'm going to squishy off my sponge, and I'm going to slide this sponge down this, what's that thing? Cutting board. Mini cutting board. And I'm just sliding my sponge down it and just adding a little paint. I didn't want it to have perfect coverage, so I saw that sponge laying there and thought, what kind of paint job is this going to do? I'm trying to go one way, and this did this, and I love it. I love the way this looks. This turned out fantastic. So I turned it over and did the same thing to the back. Alrighty, now once you get it all painted down or however you want it, don't forget your sides. I'm going to cut out this one. I know she'll love this one. So I cut this out, and it's big enough to fit on my ironing board, my cutting board. And make sure you don't touch the decal part because it'll stick to your finger. Whoo, this one was buckling. It gave me a little troubles. So I put it down on there. And I don't want that overlap hanging on the side. So I'm going to flip it over. And I'm going to take my X-Acto knife. And I'm going to slice that side off there. So I'm just going to go against it. And then, y'all, I cut the cutting board. I'm like, oh my gosh, where'd I cut it? Right there. See, I cut the cutting board. I had to put some paint in there, but it's okay. It was an easy fix. But anyway, had to pat my cow. I got it on there, same method, just rub it and peel it. And then I was going to put this home on there. I got from Dollar Tree, I think. And it just did not look right, y'all. It just didn't look right. I'm trying to fiddle it around to make a bow. I'm like, oh, come on, Joanna, come on. You can do it. But I wanted to leave this in here to show you that you could put just regular ribbon on there. And that, if you like that sort of thing, that was an option for you. But I didn't like it. So what I'm going to do is I have this lamb's ear. And I'm going to take 2 little pieces off. I don't want no elaborate doohanky on there. And then I've got all these sunflowers. I've collected these from Dollar Tree, Hobby Lobby, wherever. I have an abundance of sunflowers. So I need to use some of them. That one is cute. Oh my goodness. It was just perfect. When I put it on there, it was perfect. So I'm going to, of course, put these on there. But before I do that, I thought moss. I got to have my moss. So I had to get that, freaked me out. There was a stick and some kind of mold on it or something. I thought it was a bug and I about lost it. But anyway, I'm just going to wad this up in a ball. And I actually had to put more on because I didn't want it sticking out like a bad hair day. But then when I got it on here, it was not, you couldn't see it. When I got everything on there, you couldn't see it. So I'm going to wad it up some more because I'm overthinking it is what I'm doing. And I'm going to smear my glue hot down there. Hot glue. And then I'm going to smush it in. Y'all don't burn your fingers, okay? And then I trimmed it. I would just as soon I left it alone, but I can't leave nothing alone. I think I got to fix everything when I'm actually not fixing it. And I had to go back later and fix it. Because I'm an overthinker. I'm an overthinker on things sometimes, I think. Am I? Yeah, I'm overthinking again. Yes, I am. I'm an overthinker. So once I got my moss down there, let me continue, please. I'll get off my wild tangent. I'm going to trim the end off of that. What is it? Leaf. Oh, I don't know what's wrong with my brain today. And I'm just going to smush it down with some hot glue. And then I'm going to put my flower on there. Oh, I have to cut my wire off. So I cut my wire off. And then I'm just going to, well, I'll do that later. Oh, I did that right on time, didn't I? And then I'm going to put my, I'm going to put my sunflower on there. I'm sorry, it cracked me up. And then I thought, when I got it down, I said, where's my moss? Where did my moss go? I lost my moss. So yeah, look at me. I got to fandangle this thing around and glue more moss to my moss and then glue moss to my leaf. And then I thought, don't trim it again, dummy, because you'll be putting more moss on there. Just leave it alone. Just, Joanna, come on, leave it alone. Okay, I left it alone. Now I'm pricking my little petals up, see, and just making my flower a little 3D looking. I don't know. Maybe it's 3D looking. It looked like 3D to me, but it looked cuter that way. It looked fuller. So yeah, that's what I did. And then I am going to put my leather. This is a leather tie thing, just a piece of leather string. And I liked it. So I put it back in and I'm going to tie a knot in it and there you go. But then, I remembered that my husband went to clearance and got me these pole bells. He said, look at these. Could you DIY with these? Y'all, I was so proud of my husband at that moment because he usually don't care. But anyway, there's my pole bell. I don't even know what these are. Pole bells. I don't know what they're for. I really don't. If you know, leave it in the comments. What is a pole bell? I didn't even Google it or nothing. I just don't know. But I just hung it there. Okay, now, y'all, this is the easiest thing I have ever done. But it made me the maddest of all these DIYs. Because you see that thick glass right there? Oh, yeah. Nice glass. Nice glass. So I use this paint. You can use chalk paint, whatever you want, because I have this this cardstock from Hobby Lobby. And I'm going to lay the glass on here. I haven't washed this. I haven't cleaned this glass yet. But I'm going to lay this down. And I am going to trace out. I forgot. I almost got too close because I forgot that I had a frame. This has an indentation in the frame, and part of this picture ain't going to show. So I had to go up some. But I'm going to cut. I'm just cutting with an X-Acto knife. And I didn't even have a stinking mat down. I just cut it. Then I realized I had to go over. Then I ripped it. Oh, I should have just put it. I didn't want to cut it because I wanted it straight. So I didn't want to cut it with scissors. So I cut it like that. I should have just drew around it and cut the stinking thing, but I had to do it my way, didn't I? Yes, I did. So then I just slipped this back in there. I mean, this is the simplest DIY in the world, I'm telling you. It's just a piece of cardstock. Look, this is my DIY. I had to do this. This is special to me, okay? That hit me right in my jaw. I said I ain't doing that way no more. That hurt. It stung like a bee when it hit me. But anyway, I snipped that off because I don't want it on. And I'm taking the rest of this chalkboard paint. This chalkboard paint covers anything. If you have it in your stash, oh, it's wonderful. So I'm going to paint that all black. See it over in that corner? Painted it all black. I got something to do with that. That just is special to me. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to take my frame. And y'all, I cleaned that glass and set it down. And when I picked it up, it caught the corner of what I had it laying on. And I totally broke the corner off. And it will not work. I was so aggravated. You have no idea. So I said, well, I'll put another piece of glass in it. I didn't have a piece of glass that would fit. So I'm thinking this was a document frame. I'm not sure. So I'm just going to take my glue runner, tape runner, and I'm going to glue this down. And I'm going to stick this. Thank God I don't have to be straight because I'm crooked as a dog's hind leg. But anywho, Lord, the struggle to try to get that cap back on. I'm going to place this down and I'm going to center it because once it's stuck, I don't know if I can get it up. And I'm going to center it down the best I can. And then I'm going to stick it back in this frame. After I done this, I noticed that it had some wiggle room in it. So I put another piece of cardboard over top of it. But there you go. I didn't add nothing to it. It's just simple. And that was her favorite one. Now this is my guy. Okay. I found this rock when I was hunting for rocks with my youngest daughter. And I looked down, Lord, my head, and I saw a face. And I picked it up and it was my little rock guy. And I've had him forever, since 2012, I do believe. And I just wanted to showcase him. But now he looks like an evil rock guy with this black background. But anyways, you don't see him again because his glue wasn't dry. But these are my cow DIYs. And I want to give a shout out to Miss Glenda Sites. I forgot. My memory stinks. But she gave me a super thanks. And I want you to know, Miss Glenda, I sure appreciate it. More than you know. That little cow is my favorite. Let me know what your favorite was. I love them all. And thank you, Kathy Jo, again, for the inspiration and the idea for the rub-on transfers. But if y'all liked it, leave me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing or a thumbs down. Either way, you might not have liked it. I don't know. My commentary is terrible sometimes. But anyways, make sure you're subscribed because YouTube has unsubscribed people. And there's my poll bill. Let me know what a poll bill's for because I'm not going to Google it. I'm lazy. You guys can tell me. Until next time, remember, you are a blessing. Goodbye.